And we're back. Welcome back. I'm just gonna play some Reus. I love Reus. If you haven't played Reus, it's like an inside-out RTS. So instead of making a bunch of units and building a bunch of buildings, and then the units like go out and harvest resources so that you can build more buildings, what you do is you place the resources and the units and buildings spawn automatically and like go about their business. And the goal is to make them as successful as possible in a limited amount of time. But if they get too successful, then they start getting greedy and they start attacking you. So you control these like big gods that like wander around the planet and like place down resources and terrain and stuff. I like it an awful lot. I highly recommend it to anyone who's never played it. It's a fun sort of sim strategy game. And I have all but one achievement in it. And that achievement is the 5,000 points in 1 hour achievement. So I'm going to do another attempt at it. We'll see how it goes. Let me get my volume mixer back up so I can unmute the game. It's useful to hear the audio for the game because it has some important audio cues sometimes. Alright, new game, 60 minutes. Here we go. If you have any questions while I'm playing the game, let me know and I will try and explain to you what is going on. I'll see how much I can narrate while it's actually going on anyway. Okay. So here's my 1 hour challenge gold, my last remaining achievement. 60-minute era, 5,000 prosperity. Okay, so it starts with the planet is like a barren, lifeless sphere. It's like the moon, basically. And I control these giants. That my ocean giant is making me an ocean. I want my forest giant to make me a forest, and my swamp giant to make me a swamp. I'm gonna move the ocean giant over here, and you can't make terrain until, actually, make a fish first and then move over there. You can't make either of the two lush kinds of terrain until the ground is sufficiently watered. Otherwise, all you can get is desert. So now that there's a resource there generating food, this little settler came and established a village. And momentarily, the village will decide what sort of construction it wants to make, and then I have to try and help them achieve that. I think that's about even. So, just in case it's something to do with... Oh, okay. Let's see. 15 wealth, 15 food. They get points for having animals in their borders. So I'm going to put some fish in their borders. Okay, and you are going to raise a mountain. So the water, the like hydration of the soil, does not pass through mountains. So if the mountain giant lifts up a mountain, then the other side of that mountain becomes desert because we can't get through. I don't know if this is actually... Oh, I was one spot too conservative. Last time I was one spot in the other direction. Okay. Put some stuff there. Alright, this one needs one more food. So, let's see. Once the ocean giant does its oceany thing, let's put the ocean about here. We'll have to put another mountain over there. Yeah, I like the little ocean crab. He's very cool. He's got a fun design. Okay, and you build a mountain right there so we have more desert. And then come and give them another fish, please. No, actually, give them another fish first, because they need that for that thing, and this one is 10 wealth and 20 food. And they get food for fish in the ocean there. And come and spread some more swamp over here. And put a thing there so we can get a desert community going. My goal is generally to have a lot of cities in the short game and then destroy some cities later on so that the remaining cities have more room to grow. Tends to be a good strategy, I find. Okay. Why don't we have you actually put this fish here? And then let's get this person to... this giant to come and put an actual useful food item here. Alright, and as the villages complete the constructions they want to make, they generate these ambassadors. The ambassadors I can put on my giants to make them more powerful. Alright, I'm actually good on the amount of things here now. Right, because I have over 20 for both. But I'll put those elderberries there anyway. Okay, this one needs 15 and 15, so we need more tech. Hey, come and give me some tech, would ya? If I put down a plant... techify it? Oh, I don't have the techifying part, just on this giant, right? Yeah. What's its bonus? +5 tech for minerals in borders. Let's make that a tech one. And then you can give me a money thing, and you can give me a plant. Alright, we got fishing docks completed. So we have... oh, you should get the swamp. And depending on what ambassadors you get from which types of cities, they give you different powers. So, for instance, I wanted to put my first forest one on the forest giant because that ups the power of his... or that gives him the fruit aspect. Which makes me give plants more food. And the ocean giant, from getting a swamp ambassador, gets the herd aspect, which is also animals give more food, and it can evolve animals into some certain useful things. Alright, this one wants a bunch of plants for food, so we'll put more plants. You should probably come over here and make that useful. Let's see. We have an... this thing is good for having plants next to it, so I will put a plant next to it. Oh hey, we got a... sure. You can have this. Or you can have this. No, you should have it. Ooh, actually. Take this, and then we have our predator aspect. So that means I can make those little toothed deer things in the mountains if I need to. There's also a, there's a bunch of little, like, mini stats, like, how dangerous a particular, animal may be, can affect, like, what the village near it does. Things like how much nature is in the area. that's got plenty. There's a stat called Awe, which is they are in awe of the gods. And if they're in awe of the gods, they are less likely to become greedy and rebel. So, yeah, I try and divide into thirds because I want, for the highest possible score... I was afraid that would happen. I really don't need one of these on my Earth Giant right away, or my Stone Giant. For when I'm just trying for the highest score, I want a pretty decent mix of ambassadors because all the ambassadors are useful. I have done, there's a bunch of, oh, that's minerals. I should just get the mineral guy to do that then. There's a series of challenges which are essentially, oh, that's not the right spot. This was the spot. Like within a certain amount of time, within the 60-minute game, you have to get a certain score and have no more than a certain number of ambassadors outside of certain types. So, like, you have to do this, like, get this many points with mostly swamp ambassadors, or mostly forest ambassadors, or mostly desert ambassadors, or whatever. And so I have all of those. So I have done it where, you know, the world is mostly swamp, or the world is mostly desert, or the world is mostly forest. But for just a high score game, I think it's best to do a little bit of each. The desert I generally do the smallest because there's fewer, like, really good self-propagating high-scoring things in the desert. So in the swamp, I can just make a frickin' enormous grove of white willows and get a fuck ton of tech. In the forest, I can make a self-sustaining grove of pear trees and get a fuck ton of food. But there isn't really something like that in the desert. There's sort of javelinas, but the problem with javelinas is that usually villages will come and destroy them because they add danger to the area, and villages can only take a certain amount of danger before they go and destroy whatever the before they go and destroy the offending resource. Games are, you can play a 30-minute game, a 60-minute game, or a 120-minute game. But all of the major achievements are for 30-minute games. Oof, I don't know if I can do a cathedral. Are we really already on level 2 projects? I guess that one is. Are all my other level 1s done? This one still has a level 1. Let's see if we can get that done first. Oh, that's almost there. Yep, there we go. Okay, you get this. And Swampy, you get that remaining, this guy here. Oh, also, giants have to be given ambassadors evenly. So if you have one that's got, most of yours have 2, you have to bring them all up to 2 before any of them can go to 3. That kind of thing. Okay, awe. Well, if they need awe, then basically we're going to need pear trees. And if we're going to need wealth, we're going to need some more fish in the ocean. Okay, let's get some, hopefully, pear trees going. When they create a, when they put one of their little, like, level up guys on a resource, there's a chance that it will be of a different level. So you'll notice that there's a white one and a green one here, the green being the higher level one. And some types of resources only evolve if they have a high enough level aspect on them. Okay, they want a harbor with food and wealth. We can do better than what we've got there, right? Okay, hold on, hold on. I can also pause the game, which is usually good to do while thinking. Okay. Harbor needs 50 wealth, 90 food. What can I do for food in here? I can make papayas, which go well with white willows, but they're generating tech, not wealth. I could do agates, and I have my predator aspect, so I could make iguanas. That could give me some wealth. I need more. If I just give the little, whatever those ground ones are, maybe that'll work. Here, you come here and do this, and then you can come and you'll do your guys there, and you can come and do that. Okay. Yeah, I like the specific time length thing, and actually, you guys don't get a chance to see it. Pineapples, that's right. Oh shit, I should have done it in the other order, because the pineapples could be next to a mineral. Unless I want to try and make papayas. Papayas! Yeah, no, I should have done these in the other order. Oh well. Iguanas. I guess I can make one white willow, maybe. Boom. Let's see if this... I think I need a green leaf aspect here to get a white willow. Yeah, there we go. I have a 1/3 chance, I think, at the current level to get that. Is that within 90 food? No. I'm gonna need more food. I can handle less wealth, though, so let's replace the fish with some food fish. Oops, not you. You, come over here and get back to making pear trees, please. Get another fish here. Great clownfish, regular clownfish, okay. Oh, we won't get to see, sorry. We won't get to see the tutorial phase of this game, which I think is really well constructed. Because you don't, all these like crazy resources that you see me manipulating are not open to you from the front. You you earn them by getting achievements, and you get achievements by just like achieving certain goals in the game. So, for instance, and I think in the beginning you only have 30-minute games unlocked, and you have to do things like, you know, get a level 1, get a village to like a level 1, whatever these things are called, constructions, or have, you know, 5 villages in the world at the end of the game, or various like fairly small, like doable tasks like that. And as you do that, you unlock more resources to play with in successive games. So you don't have all this like, oh my god, what does any of this do right up front? You learn that gradually over time as you play the game, which I really appreciated a lot when I played this. Okay, this guy's got plantation. 4 plants, lots of food. So you should basically, as usual, just be making a fuck ton of pear trees. He does get extra points for beavers, though. Where's this guy? Come make me some beavers. Maybe if I put the beaver here. I actually don't remember how. I think beavers do best if they're next to plants, from what I recall. So everything has a symbiosis. And the symbiosis is they do better, they produce more if they are near to some other kind of resource. So pear trees, the reason I can make a huge fuck-off grove of pear trees is because pear trees do well next to other plants. So they have a great synergy with each other. Some things are more specific. White willows do well in areas with other white willows, basically. Same deal. This needed 120, right? Yeah, it should 125. That should be pretty easy. See if I can get I need a high power fruit aspect in order to get a pear tree. So let's see if I can get it. Ah, dang it. Nope. This little fertility boost thing that has such a long cooldown here in the corner gives me a much higher percentage chance of getting the higher level boosts. Green? Yes. Okay. Cool. That one's ready. This one still needs more food, but now I have a boost open. Oh god, these relics. If I have 3 minerals with at least 10 awe within borders, and 15, so 3 plants with at least 12 natura within borders. I don't know if either of those are going to happen. This needs 120. So if I just put some more food, some more fruit aspects on here, is that going to be good enough? Excuse me. Well, we're at 125, so that's good. Okay. You still need more food in use. Come here. Put another fish. And I guess more thing on the papaya. So these, if I put down one more plant, I actually might get the natura I need for that symbiosis. Yeah, there we go. Yes, okay, so now that has the cap of 90. They don't, when you give them the ability to have a certain amount of resource, they don't automatically get that resource immediately. It like ticks up to full, and the bigger the gap between full and where they currently are, the faster it ticks up. Okay, the alchemists, they need 120 tech. And I can get actually more tech by giving them more food if I put another fish in their borders. Plantation's done. Cool. Who needs a forest ambassador? One of you three. Oof. Wait, why not? Ocean Giant. Take that forest ambassador. Okay, geologist. You could could use more mountain patches, huh? And some more minerals. You need wealth and tech, mostly wealth at the moment. So you're gonna need this guy. Oh, he needs to be next to a plant, huh? And let's actually raise up a mountain right around there. How's it doing now? Do we have... Oh, we still don't have 120 tech. Okay. What about this? I don't have the aspect to make that fancy at the moment. They want to be next to a mineral, but my mineral guy is over here. So travel time on the giants is also a big concern. I have gotten very close to this achievement before. I've gotten like within 200 points of this achievement. Harbor is finished. Okay, we got another swamper. You can use a swamp, because then you can make white willows easily. Okay, so you now have your mountain patches. You want more minerals. Let's put a tech plant there. Oh, shit, I still don't have a wealth thing there, huh? Oh, hey. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I guess I didn't need to make this mountain. And now, who needs a forest one? I mean, ideally you, but you really need a desert one. Alright, I'll see if I can wait till I get the desert one, since that seems like that could come in soon. I don't know if the geologist is a low enough level thing for me to actually get an ambassador out of it, though. After a while, they stop, like, low-level things stop giving you new ambassadors, and you have to make better and better stuff for the villages in order to get more ambassadors. Okay, well, we got plenty of wealth. So, and we're already at the tech point, so that should be doing fine. How's this guy doing? He needs a tiny bit more tech, which we said we could do by putting a mineral there. This is built. This is built. This is built. Cool. Meanwhile, dude, how about you go and put in another pear tree? Just for kicks. The minerals and the plants only generate resources on the spot where they're placed, but animals have a range of where they go, so they generate their resource within within like a spot around them, depending on the animal. Okay, we have another desert ambassador. You need your desert ambassador. Alright, I did not make enough villages early on to justify destroying some now, unfortunately. I should be probably at twice as high a score right now if I really want stuff. Okay, we have another swamp, and we have... Oh, this is going to be good once that guy picks up. And you come here because you're going to get that guy. Yeah. And then you can get this one. And then Swampy can get this one. Cool. Let's see. Might as well make that into more mountain. Maybe I can make a tea field. Tea fields are excellent, but hard to construct. Cool, now I can effortlessly make pear trees because my fruit aspect is leveled up, so I automatically make green ones and have a chance of making blue ones. Or blue-purple, or whatever you call that color. And I make better trees overall, which is nice. See, look how good these pear trees are compared to the previous pear trees. Boom. Fruit aspect. Fruit the fuck out of this forest. Look at that mountain. That's a cool mountain. Fruity, fruity, fruit, fruit. Okay. Okay. Come on, somebody build something. This is crazy that I'm this much late into the game and nobody is actually building anything? Like, what gives? Alright, well, you've got your predator aspect. Come here and make some angry deer. And let's put a thing on you. Do we really have no food in here? Huh. Okay. I think this one will give me food, though, from what I recall. You should still come over here and do that. Okay. Yep. And if I can give it 3 danger, then it will... its range will increase, I think. Boom. There it goes. Okay, they're still within reasonable danger proximity. Okay, now we've got some places. There's a hamlet being built here, 300 food. And a hamlet being built here, 300 food. Okay. Forest Giant, it's all you! Make the hell out of some fucking pear trees, please! This, I get good stuff for wolves and wyzants. I don't think I have the right stuff to do either of those, though. It also needs 60 wealth and 60 tech. So, probably I want my water giant and... oh, nope, not you. Not you. Swamp giant. Swamp giant over here. So they can make some fish that do that. Parrotfish, make this into an apple tree, and then pear tree. Replace these pears with better pears! Here I need something that generates either, probably tech, based on. Okay, and then you can create another one of these guys here. And you can use your predator aspect on it. 60 tech, huh? Upgrade these? I'm not sure it'll actually do anything. Since they are not actually next to anything, which is annoying. cherry trees give a lot of stuff if they don't have anything near them. Do I have... Oh, I have a chance of getting that. Because I have a greater leaf aspect, potentially. If I can randomly draw it. Come on, yeah. It's not even as much. It does give a little food, though. If there's no other plant within Natura range. So if I get rid of that last guy here, then... Oh, I was going to get points for beavers, right? I could maybe put a beaver there. Can I put like a predator aspect on this to give it more wealth? I only need like one more wealth. Okay, do you have your... You don't yet. Oh shoot, there's one that evolves with the hunt aspect? I don't have the hunt aspect. Can I get something that evolves differently into a beaver? 'Cause my stone giant well, no, my stone giant doesn't have a forest thing. Does he? Yeah, and I would need an exotic. Dang it! I don't have any way to get beavers. Well, actually... I mean, that still works, at least in terms of getting... They're not quite up to 60. But I can put another thing here. If I up this does a little bit. Okay, wealth is now up. Now I need a little bit more tech. Ooh, I could make this one into a cherry tree as well. And that will be definitely uncontested by plants because it's not close enough to any place I could possibly put a plant. So that will do. And do I have my 300 food still? I do. Okay, so we need one of these. And then some fancy leaves. Meanwhile, what else do I need? This place just needs more food, so I just gotta wait for the giant. This needs a lot more tech, which I could also do with the earth giant, or forest giant. Yeah, I need the forest giant for fucking all of these. What about this? Wealth. How's this guy doing on his aspects? Not great. Gains from having lychee, topaz, or chili peppers next to it. I can make topaz there. 75 food, 75 tech, and a fuck ton of wealth. Well, let's see what we can do there. Oh, no, that's right. I needed him for the leaf aspect. Show me leaf. Yeah, okay. I think that should be enough for this hamlet, right? 360. Yep. Okay. Now for this hamlet. Let's do the same frickin' deal. Make this great clownfish into a thing, please. You make this regular clownfish into a great clownfish. Yeah, beavers are, I guess beavers are like mostly good for their pelts, so you need the hunt aspect in order to get beavers. You can also use the exotic aspect, which is the, like, these are good for their furs, aspect that's on the rock giant, but I don't have either of those aspects because I don't have the right combinations of, I was going to say investors. Um, you know, whatever you call those guys, ambassadors. Okay. 60 food for cherry trees and plum trees within borders. I don't have good places to put those. Stacks up to 3 times. Doubles the food, wealth, and tech yield of plants next to this hamlet. So I can get a cherry tree to be a lot of food and tech. Is it worth doubling that so that I don't if I have to take out these 2 pear trees? Probably not in terms of food yield, but maybe in terms of the other yields. Let's try that and see what happens. At which point we probably just want other things like animals or something. Here, mineral guy, come get me a mineral because that's useful to me. Up this to a nightshade. And I guess we would need an animal or something right there. And you, up this to a cherry tree. I mean, we do have plenty of food from other sources, so it's possible we don't quite need a pear tree there. Cherry tree. Oh, we have a waiting... Hey, come take this so I can have beavers, please. Right. Oops. Here. Cool. Now I can make beavers. We said it was these ones that evolve into beavers, right? No, it's... never mind. It's swamp guys, things that evolve into beavers. Okay, I think that gives me enough for... There was something here that was good with beavers, right? Get some extra food. I guess it's just a little extra food. It's not actually that big a deal. But why not? And if it's got to be something that's not a plant anyway, might as well be beavers, right? Ooh. Yeah, but I'm not going to get either of those. Okay. So this one looks like it's taken care of. It's got everything it needs for both of those. Alright, so now we can move here and start making a fuck ton of white willows. Alright. How's the bank doing? The bank still needs a ton more of this thing, but he can actually build better ones of those now, so maybe he should come in. Maybe I should just make these into some minerals. I guess we'll see. Alright, forest giant, come here, please. I've lucked out that nobody's gotten greedy so far. You see these little smiley faces, they go from green to yellow to red, and when they're red, the population will start attacking my giants. And you can actually lose the game if that happens. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of these forest ambassadors, it looks like. Does this does have enough? Oh, that one was already built, okay. Do I want to wait for the swamp? Maybe. Because a swamp ambassador would be better on my ocean giant than that forest one, and the ocean giant's the only one who needs another thing. Yep, this is going to give me extra points for white willows, which is great. It's just what I want. That one's going to... Oh, shoot. Somebody's getting too greedy. Swamp giant, please help. The villages can also destroy each other, which can be just as bad because the prosperity of the villages is what's producing my score. Yeah, this one's getting a little overzealous, I would say. This city. I gotta wait until they actually go red before I can smack them down, but... They almost certainly are, given the amount of growth I'm about to give them. Greed goes up if cities grow too quickly in terms of what they can generate. Come on. Do we need... We need some food, but we have plenty of food, so I could take out these papayas. In favor of more white willows. I need 300 tech. We're at 220. I only need 50 of food, so maybe I should put... Oops, no, not that. Okay, we're gonna get some parrotfish. That'll give us a little extra. That. I like to keep, no, probably not you, probably the other guy. Yeah, I like to keep a giant nearby that is not the swamp giant, because then when the mob gets angry, the swamp giant, or the other giant can kite them. Ideally, I like to use the rock giant for that, because he's the hardiest. But he's going to kite this angry mob, and then in the meantime, my swamp giant will just throw poison gas at the, like, toxic sludge onto the village until they get the idea that I don't want them to do that. Oh, hey Sarah. Nice to see you. I am playing Reus because I got bored with Super Mario RPG. Can they survive another sludge bomb yet? The Ocean Giant's probably the worst one for me to do this with right now because I don't currently have the thing that lets the Ocean Giant heal itself. So I can heal other guys, but not that one. 300. So let's make some white willow groves over here. And they're back up to 37. They can probably survive this. And that should get them back down to... Yep, they've been punished into humility. Awesome. Yeah, this is Reus. This is one of my favorite games. I've just been explaining how it works. It's an inside-out RTS. Instead of building things and building units and controlling them and making buildings, the units control themselves and they decide what buildings they want to build, and you just get to place resources and terrain to help them. I think it's kind of awesome. It's spelled R-E-U-S, which is Dutch for giant, I guess. These guys will do better if there's some tech in the vicinity, if I recall correctly. And that in turn will do better if there is a plant next to it. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to be able to get this bank. So we still need a ton of wealth, and we don't really have good room for it. Or a good way of making like a ton of wealth either. Oh, that's right. I was going to make some topaz over here, because it has some bonuses for topaz. Okay, so I now have over 300 tech there. Gonna need some wealth and food. They got plenty of water that's not being used. So let's get them some food. Get Swamp Buddy over here. Here's topaz. Let's do the same thing on this side. Well, I guess I could make this one, maybe. Shit, who's attacking? Ah, fuck. Here, go faster. And then come over here quickly, please. And sludge bomb the hell out of that army. What are they even doing? Oh, hey. You can come and get that. And then you can come and get your last ambassador, which will be awesome. Phew. Okay. Let's see. Which village has the most wealth? 136, 468. Well, that one's at least fading down now. I'm gonna save right here. I'm gonna save in my not terrible slot. Okay, Let's see, with 11 minutes left, I have the power to create max value items, which is probably not going to save me. Okay, well, first off, let's get you here making some critters. And I can get you to make this. Actually, we'll get you to make your critter here. Then you can make some papayas for food right there. Oh, Jesus. Really? You guys are gonna attack each other? Okay, that on its own was actually enough. Papaya! Alright. Okay, I actually don't think I have to worry about this particular war, because I think this army is going to be too small to take out this village. But just in case, burn off a few of them. Hopefully it doesn't damage it. Fuck the white willows. Too much. Oh well. Oh, I can make better white willows now. I should get this guy probably the fuck out of here, because they are getting real angry again. Oh man, Rock Giant is under attack. Man, both these places are getting real upset. Again, Ocean Giant. Man, all these guys. I have not managed the greed of this world very efficiently. Come on, guys, we're almost at the end. Don't get greedy now. They are now punished. How's these guys doing? Yeah, they'll be okay. Somebody else can come and get this. I can make really good those. Or, yeah, Swampy Giant is the one that should have that. Well, first, let's undo that mess. Okay, it's another one punished into humility. Now come get the Swamp Ambassador. Ah, dang it. Didn't quite make it in time. Ocean Giant. Ocean Giant cannot take another hit. Honestly, I'm not gonna make the 5,000. I might make 4,000 in this time frame, but very, very unlikely that I'm gonna make 5. Alright, yes, take your boat into the path of my sludge bomb. I wonder if that doesn't speed up his cooldowns, I think. Is it? Nah. Just his actual movement speed. Yeah, no, 50,000 would be crazy in a 30-minute game. I don't know if it's even possible to generate 50,000 anywhere. Let's see. I want you to come over here to where these guys are sending out angry mobs. Actually, probably don't need that there. Probably. Oh, actually, yeah, that'll work. How's this doing? It's at 90. This is 90, yeah. Be less greedy, god damn it! Don't make me sludge bomb you. There we go. Punished into humility. Okay, what do you actually need here? 800 food. 100 tech, 400 wealth. But it's getting a bunch of wealth from the cherries and plum trees. And a ton from the other shit. Okay. So if I just make better fruit trees there, that might do it. If I make a superior parrotfish. Must you? We're working on a thing here. This is the canal town. Really should be working on the castle, but oh, fuck it, I'm gonna need to work on the canal town instead. Yep, see, I've hit the 4,000 mark, which is not that implausible, and I have hit several times before. But getting to 5,000, my god. Alright, these 5 minerals. $175 tech, 50 food. Yeah, if I brought you here to do better food and tech. perhaps... What else we got? The castle's not going to work out, I'm pretty sure. But I've only got 2 minutes 49, so anything that's more than 2 minutes 49 is just going to... like, I'm going to keep getting those benefits anywhere. Or anyway. I guess we'll just put in more fishes. Because why the fuck not? Here. Don't just make this an aloe vera. Make it a superior aloe vera. There we go. Needs 175. I don't think I'm probably going to be able to get that, but... Oh, maybe I can, just out of aspects? That's not bad. And then I need 50 food. Okay. And of course these ones both have the laboratory challenge. Alright, let's get back to work here. Replacing that last pear tree. Oh yeah, I saw that one with the tuba player. That was cute. Alright, we're at 800. Need a little bit more tech. Can we, like... oh. Yeah.
Too much at the same. Reus is awesome.
Yeah. I guess I should be using this to put tech on things. Oh, who's attacking now? Really? Again? Fuck you guys.
We got Titan over there straight up.
Yep.
Stupid humans. I'm telling you, the worst.
Destroyed all the fish in the ocean, but did not destroy their warship. Which is pretty impressive, actually. These guys are getting a bit low. It's a little worrying. But not that worrying. Ah, shit. So here's what happens when you get to the end of the game. The giants start falling asleep. And, yeah. 4,369. So not quite the 5,000 I'd hoped for. But, there you go. That's Reus. Yeah. I like this game a lot, and I highly recommend it as a fun thing to do. Spatial sound? What does that even mean? Yeah, I have gotten to like 4,800 something at one point, and I was like so close, and I couldn't quite make it. But but yeah. um, yeah. So as I say, if you like download it and play it from scratch, it has a nice like ramp up tutorial where you try out like a few resources at a time, and it's just it's a game I play like when I have a little bit of downtime, just to kind of you know try and grind through it and see if I can get higher scores and get that last achievement. And it's specifically timed intervals. Like there's an exact amount of time you're like, I'm playing for half an hour, or I'm playing for 1 hour, or I'm playing for 2 hours, and then you're done. There is like a free play mode. You can keep playing, but I personally never do. And I find it really satisfying to go through all of the achievements and unlock all of the like the different resources to build up your tech trees. And so I highly recommend it.
There's also a bonus that may not seem as important to you, but is of vital concern to me.
Mhm.
When she plays a game of Reus, you know exactly how long it's going to take.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Yeah.
It's in specifically timed increments. So you decide, I want to play, I have 60 minutes to play. That's all I'm going to play. And then you play it, and then you're done, which is great. So, yeah, do that. I'm sorry if anybody was, like, really excited about Super Mario RPG. I feel really bad about abandoning things. I am very bad at stopping things in the middle and not finishing them. It does not sit well with me overall. But I think this one has gotten to the point for me where I'm just not having fun playing it. And I think it's more fun for you guys watching the stream when I am having fun playing the game. Or at least that's my perception. So hopefully I will have the time to seek out the Castlevania ROM by next time, and we'll try some Castlevania. We'll try some exploration platforming stuff. Okay, well, that's good, jet lag. So I feel like I should maybe mention this before we stop talking about Super Mario, because I did ask my friend Teddy. Part of the reason I was playing this is because it's my friend Teddy's like favorite game from the past, and he, like, I trust his judgment. He's like a very good game designer. So I asked him, like, what is it that you really, that you really like about this? And here it is. So his response. So I tweeted him. I said, hey, Teddy, can you explain to me what you love so much about Super Mario RPG? Because I'm finding a lot of it very frustrating. And his response... Where'd my chat go? Here's my chat. His response was... and my further response was, isometric platforming, why? And he said, they're pretty gentle about the platforming demands, but I feel you. I love the charm and world. Mario's world in 3D for the first time. His pantomime storytelling, skill checks in RPG combat, and a rare collab between two titans, Square and Nintendo, at the height of their golden eras. Few games feel like an aesthetic remix fusion like SMRPG. Two studios with very strong identities combining. And I totally agree with that. I need to stop swirling around. It's probably making people dizzy. That's very true. It very much has a feel of like, it's a very Mario sort of game and a very Square sort of game at the same time. And that's hard to do. Square is remarkably good at collaborating with people in that way. I've now seen 3 games that they've done that are fusions in this way, that are interesting and that really retain like the flavor of the thing of both parties. And there's been 3 giants. It's been Super Mario RPG, uh, Kingdom Hearts, obviously, and Gyromancer, which most people haven't heard of. Which maybe I should play that on stream at some point. Um, and not all of them are good games, mind you, but they are all very strong in terms of like really feeling like they're from the studios. Gyromancer is when Square Enix worked with PopCap, and they made a game that is Final Fantasy Bejeweled Pokemon, and it's God, the story is so bad. It's like so terrible. It's hilarious. But it's Bejeweled style gameplay, and it's really like fun and odd. We did a podcast episode on it. If you want to go listen to what we thought about it, because I had to inflict it on everyone. I'm like, you guys, the story is so bad, you guys. And so we tried it out, and I enjoy that game a lot. I like the mechanics, but it was maybe an ill-advised fusion. But yeah, no, I feel like if that's the thing that's interesting about Super Mario RPG, the feel of those two coming together, then I think I got that out of what I played of it. I think I experienced that, and I understand why it was powerful and why he liked that aspect of it so much, and I have a strong sense of it. And that's really my goal with playing these, is not necessarily to beat a bunch of games, but to get a sense of why people are nostalgic for it, and what was interesting about these games, and what was sort of like trend setting, like why these loom large in people's memories. And I feel like I got that from Super Mario RPG enough that I don't need to keep playing it, is basically what it comes down to. Hopefully you all agree. Hopefully you got something interesting out of watching me play it. And hopefully you are not disappointed that I'm going to be moving on to something else probably next week. And I think I should be able to stream next week, because I'm not actually going anywhere, so that I know of yet. So anyway, in the meantime, we're recording our podcast on Dream Daddy tonight, so look for that in the evening. And there's stuff going on. I think Shanbo is still doing play-by-play and occasionally after class on Thursdays and Fridays, respectively, even though Mostly Walking is on hiatus for the indefinite future. Yes, Huck just cheered that I'm not going anywhere. In part because the last place we went, he had to drive, so... but I'm also, I don't have to leave home, so we get to still spend time together, which is good. Because a couple of those weekends I was, like, flying places and in hotels and apart. Which I don't like to be apart. That's why you get married to people, so you don't have to be apart from them. Anyway. Yeah, thank you all for joining me this morning. I had fun showing you guys Reus. I really love that game. And I hope you guys go out and try it out and check it out. Other than that, follow me at Kyla_go on Twitter. Maybe I'll stream some other stuff sometime that's not Uncaged Fury. And yeah. Anyway. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Pshoo.